IG model claims Offset wanted her to set up Stefon Diggs. So you got this IG model exposing her and Offset's DM messages. I'm starting to believe some of these celebrity dudes is slow, cause how many times is these joints gonna expose these niggas' messages before they stop messaging these joints?
Okay, this drama is wild. Offset's name is being dragged by an IG model who claims he tried to set up NFL star Stefon Diggs in some shady way. The model, who goes by Jordan, dropped screenshots on her Instagram stories showing her alleged messages with Offset. And now everyone online is trying to decode what really went down. Jordan posted saying, "Offset keeps violating me but stays on my phone asking me to help set up Stefon, please. Superintendent Shrimp." Then she shared what looked like text exchanges where Offset allegedly said, "Op-an, give drop or don't come back around." She replied, "Make sure I'm nowhere near." And he supposedly responded, "Fin to now send me." After that, she wrote, "Delete these texts. It's messy." People are losing it trying to figure out what those messages even mean. From what folks are saying, when he wrote IAN, he might have been referring to Jordan, like she didn't handle something they'd already discussed. Remember, these are just pieces of a chat. We don't know the full story or what's missing behind those texts. Now, when he said, "Give drop or don't come back around," that sounds like he was demanding a location. And if she didn't give it, he didn't want her back in his circle. The whole thing feels intense, like he's getting impatient or maybe even trying to intimidate her.
Okay, now I'm getting a little bit worried for Cardi, because in the beginning, I get it. Offset made songs. I expected that from Offset. I expected a diss track. I expected that. I also expected his broke ass to ask for money because his album flopped and he got too many kids to take care of. So I expected that. I did not expect for him to joke around and make claims to Cardi and Stefon Diggs' child. I did not expect that shit. That is really weird. That's really crazy.
Allegedly. Then Jordan saying, "Make sure I'm nowhere near," gives the vibe that she didn't want to be physically involved when whatever was supposed to happen went down. Now, people online are split. Some think Offset was trying to link Stefon Diggs with Jordan behind Cardi B's back, basically setting up a cheating situation. But others, including me, feel like that line, "Make sure I'm nowhere around," doesn't really sound like a setup for cheating. It sounds way more serious, like something else was happening behind the scenes. This situation just keeps getting messier by the minute. It's definitely giving setup vibes, but not the type people first thought. Something deeper feels off here if you catch my drift, allegedly. So when Offset wrote "now," that could mean a lot of things. We honestly can't tell what he was trying to say because only he and Jordan really know the full context behind that message. Then Jordan followed up with, "Delete these texts," and he supposedly replied, "Fin to now send message." That line right there has people thinking he wanted to switch platforms, like he was telling her to message him somewhere more private, maybe on a backup account or another app where things disappear fast. It's giving "let's keep this quiet" energy. But even with all that, could any of this actually stand up in court? Not really. There's no clear names, no direct threats, no full context, just fragments of messages that could mean anything. Unless she's got screenshots with way more detail, this wouldn't hold up legally at all. Now again, everything here is alleged, even how we're breaking it down. But Jordan didn't stop there. She posted another set of texts that really had people raising eyebrows. This time, it looked like Offset told her she needed to watch her back. She captioned the screenshot, "Tender off the bone," and then shared what looked like Offset saying, "Get back, gang!" Jordan replied with a kissy face emoji, and then he allegedly messaged, "You should go back home to Tampa. You can't go nowhere here, work nothing. You will see." She tried to play it cool, replying, "I'll be all right, boo." Then he sent something that read, "All owners." Now, no one's really sure what that means, but it definitely sounds strange. Jordan then clapped back saying, "You should go back home to your kids." Oh wait, that response right there had everyone wondering, was she calling him out? Was he trying to threaten her because she didn't do whatever he wanted? It's all alleged, but it's messy and shady. What makes this even more shocking is that it's happening right after Cardi B spoke out about Offset's behavior. Just a couple of weeks ago, she went on Spaces and said she was really worried about how he'd been acting lately. She even admitted she was scared, said she feared for her safety because things were getting out of hand. This situation is getting more and more intense by the day. I completely agree. There's absolutely nothing funny about this situation. It's serious. Like I've said before, stuff like this happens way too often, and it's always disturbing to see how some men just can't handle rejection or heartbreak.
That's really like off-putting. But now this man is trying to backdoor Stefon Diggs. Amp up your security, Stefon. Amp up your security, Cardi. This man is going borderline Lifetime movie, network movie. He's also giving 48 hours kind of situation. I don't think he knows how to let her go. And let's make this very clear. He's the one that fucked up several times. She got her lick back good, though.
When their ego gets bruised, things can spiral fast, and sometimes it ends in tragedy. We've all seen it. Exes snapping, hurting the people they once claimed to love. Sometimes it's the ex-partner, sometimes even the mother of their kids, and it's heartbreaking to watch. Now, nobody's saying Offset would go that far, but you can't deny the red flags popping up here. These kinds of situations can turn dark quickly, and pretending it's not serious would be a mistake. People might be brushing off what this IG model is claiming, but honestly, it doesn't sound like something that should just be dismissed. When you line up her claims with what Cardi B has already said about how scared she's been, it's starting to look like a serious pattern. The tension, the rumors, the emotional outbursts. It's all adding up, and it's not a good sign. Offset needs to take this as a wake-up call. He clearly looks hurt over losing Cardi, but let's be real. He brought that pain on himself. He cheated, he played her, and now he's sitting in the fallout of his own choices. Still, instead of spiraling or lashing out, what he really needs right now is help. Real counseling, real therapy, something to help him deal with the breakup and whatever's weighing him down inside. Because if he doesn't face it head on, things could only get worse. Now let's really talk about where things stand, because it's only getting more chaotic. After all the screenshots, rumors, and Cardi's confessions, people online are digging even deeper, and it's turning into a full-blown scandal. Fans are torn between thinking the model might be clout-chasing and believing that Offset could actually be spiraling behind the scenes. Either way, the tension is real. Social media detectives have been analyzing every post, every lyric, and even every random tweet Offset's dropped lately. Some fans swear he's been posting cryptic messages, almost like he's trying to send a warning or prove a point. One post had people saying, "He's not okay, this is a cry for help," while others think he's just trying to play mind games with Cardi and the public. Meanwhile, Cardi B's been staying surprisingly quiet lately, and that's what's making everyone even more nervous. When Cardi goes silent, that usually means something big is brewing behind closed doors. People are saying she's focusing on protecting herself and her kids, but deep down, it's clear she's still hurting. You can see it in her few posts that do make it online. And Offset, he's been seen out a few times, but the energy is off. He doesn't look like the same confident guy we used to see rocking red carpets with Cardi. Now it's more like he's distant, lost in his head, like he's fighting his own emotions. That heartbreak, the guilt, the pride, it's all showing. Some close sources have even hinted that people in his circle are worried about him. They say he's not sleeping, not eating right, and he's been cutting off friends who try to check on him. If that's true, this isn't just celebrity drama anymore. This is a man who clearly needs support before things spiral completely out of control. Now things took an even crazier turn when fans started connecting new dots that nobody saw coming. Out of nowhere, a few of Offset's old associates started popping up online, hinting that there's way more to this story than just a messy breakup or some random DMs. One of them even dropped a cryptic post saying,
And for this model that's claiming that, Offset is allegedly trying to set up Stefon Diggs, sweetheart, you should have reported this shit to the police. Why are you on the internet? If you are in fear that Offset keeps violating me by staying in my phone, asking me to help him set up Stefon, please, you should be reporting this shit to the police, girl. Because if something happens to Stefon, baby, now you gonna be one of the people they contact, okay?
everybody playing innocent. But the streets remember. That line alone sent social media into meltdown mode. People are starting to wonder if there's some hidden tension between Offset and Stefon Diggs that's been brewing for a while. Some fans believe this whole setup drama wasn't about cheating at all, but about pride, power, and payback. The fact that those texts sounded coded just makes everyone think something much bigger was going down behind the scenes. Meanwhile, Jordan, the IG model at the center of this, is standing her ground. She's still posting, still talking, and still saying she's telling the truth. She even went live and said, "I'm not scared of nobody. I said what I said." That bold attitude has people split. Some are cheering her on for standing up, while others are calling her reckless for poking at such a powerful situation. And here's where it gets even messier. Rumors are flying that Offset's team has been reaching out behind the scenes trying to calm things down, maybe even silence the situation before it grows any bigger. Allegedly, some posts have already disappeared, and certain pages that were sharing screenshots suddenly went private, which only made the internet talk louder. Now, just when everyone thought the chaos couldn't go any further, another twist dropped. And this one shocked everyone. A voice recording started circulating online that people claim came from a private phone call between Offset and someone close to him. The audio hasn't been verified, but it's spreading like wildfire. You can hear a man who sounds like Offset saying something about getting even and never trusting snakes again, which instantly had fans jumping to conclusions. The clip went viral within hours, and the internet exploded with theories. Some people believe it's legit and connects directly to the messages Jordan posted, while others think it's fake. Just another another attempt to drag his name through the mud. Either way, the timing couldn't have been worse because it only added more heat to an already boiling situation. Meanwhile, Cardi B seems to be moving carefully. Sources close to her say she's distancing herself completely. No communication, no contact, nothing. It's like she's protecting her peace and waiting for the storm to pass before speaking again. Fans are flooding her comments with support, telling her to stay strong and not fall back into the same cycle. Everyone knows she's dealt with a lot, and this might just be her breaking point. Offset, on the other hand, hasn't directly addressed the audio or the model's claims. He's been dropping random emojis and vague posts like, "They gon' twist the story anyway," and real ones move in silence. Every time he posts, it just fuels more speculation. People are dissecting his every word like it's a clue. Now, insiders are whispering that Offset's label and management are worried. They've allegedly been trying to clean things up before sponsors start backing away or deals start collapsing. Because let's be real, one wrong headline can ruin everything overnight. The pressure's high, and it feels like something's about to snap. Whether that audio is real or fake, the drama surrounding it has completely taken over the internet, and the truth is getting harder and harder to find. Now, things just hit a new level of wild, because it looks like Cardi B might finally be ready to speak up. Out of nowhere, she posted a few cryptic tweets that had everyone losing their minds. One of them said, "When people show you who they are, believe them." Another one read, "Peace is more expensive than diamonds." Those two posts alone had fans convinced she was addressing the whole Offset situation without naming names. Within minutes, her mentions were flooded with people begging her to go live and spill everything. But Cardi stayed quiet after that. Just dropped those bombs and disappeared again. And honestly, that silence said a lot. It's like she's done explaining herself and just letting the truth reveal itself piece by piece. Meanwhile, Offset's still moving like nothing's wrong, posting clips in the studio, flashing his watch, and pretending to laugh it off. But even that has people talking, saying he's using distractions to hide how bad things really are. Folks close to him are supposedly telling him to lay low, but he's doing the complete opposite, and that just keeps making the internet dig harder. Then Jordan jumped right back into the mix. She went on Instagram Live again saying, "I'm not lying on nobody. Y'all keep thinking this is clout, but y'all gonna see soon." Her confidence has everyone wondering if she's sitting on more receipts, maybe even something that could flip the whole story upside down. Now the entire situation's turning into a circus. You've got fans choosing sides, blogs pushing every theory imaginable, and insiders whispering that lawyers might start getting involved. It's all boiling over, and one wrong move could expose everything. Now, just when everyone thought this situation had reached its breaking point, boom, another curveball dropped that threw everything into total chaos. Late last night, screenshots started spreading from an anonymous page claiming to have proof that Offset was trying to do damage control behind the scenes. The posts showed what looked like text messages between Offset and an unknown contact, where he allegedly said, "They can say what they want, I'll flip the story soon." That one line sent social media into complete frenzy. Fans immediately started arguing. Some said it sounded exactly like him, others said it was all fake. But the real twist came when the anonymous account suddenly disappeared just hours after posting the messages. No warning, no goodbye, just gone. And you already know that made people think someone powerful stepped in to shut it down. Now the rumor mill's going nonstop. Some believe Offset's team is working overtime trying to scrub everything before it spirals completely out of control. Others think Jordan might still be holding on to more screenshots and waiting for the right moment to drop them. Everyone's on edge, scrolling nonstop, waiting for the next leak to hit the timeline. Cardi, on the other hand, seems completely unfazed. She posted a photo looking flawless with the caption, "You can't shake a queen who built her own throne." That single post felt like a mic drop. Calm, classy, but still sending a message loud and clear. Fans filled her comments with love, saying she's glowing now, that she's finally letting go of all the drama. And just like that, this story has turned into one of the wildest sagas the internet's seen in a minute. From leaked texts and mystery recordings to Cardi's quiet strength and Offset's unpredictable moves, every piece keeps adding more drama. Nobody really knows what's true yet, but one thing's for sure. This situation is far from over. Right now, everyone's just watching and waiting for that next big reveal. Will Jordan drop more receipts? Will Offset finally speak his truth? Or will Cardi break her silence in a way that shuts it all down once and for all? Whatever happens, you already know the internet is going to explode again. This whole thing feels like a movie that hasn't even hit its final scene yet. The energy, the emotions, the back and forth. It's too intense to look away. And at this point, people aren't just gossiping anymore. They're genuinely worried about how deep this might go. One wrong move could change everything. But for now, we're keeping an eye on every update, every post, and every little clue that drops. Because this story, it's still unfolding, and the next chapter might just be the wildest one yet. So if you've been following along with all this drama, make sure you don't miss what's coming next. Hit that like button, drop a comment with your thoughts, and don't forget to subscribe, because we're diving right back in as soon as the next twist drops. You already know, things in this story change fast, and I'll be right here breaking it all down for you. See you in the next video. And trust me, you don't want to miss what's coming next.